Bem-vindos ao Here's the Thing. Como sabem, este é um programa que falamos de vários tópicos com pessoas interessantes e tópicos que são atuais e que explicam certas coisas do que se está a passar. Hoje temos um convidado especial do Governo do Ontário. Vamos fazer a entrevista em inglês, mas como nós vivemos num país multicultural e que se falam várias línguas, a língua inglesa também é aceitável e devemos, por isso, então, praticar todas as línguas. Mas bem-vindos a este programa. Vamos apresentar o nosso convidado especial. Today we have a special guest from the Government of Ontario, Minister Prabmeet Sarkaria. I hope I
That's perfect.
Right. Associate Minister of Small Business and Red Tape Reduction, the MPP for Brampton South. You were before on your former life. You were with Miller Thompson as a lawyer, and you graduated from the University of Windsor. You've got a Bachelor of Arts in Administration, and from Wilfrid Laurier University. And you majored in finance, which is a good thing, especially these days. And you were with TD Securities. Welcome to our program, Here's the Thing. This program, we invite special guests to talk about different topics, and so I usually people question me, but today I'm going to question you. So I hope you're okay with that. You're a volunteer in various things in Brampton, and you're an avid sports fan. You joined politics to give a voice to the concerns of everyday people, and you're humbled to serve them. One of the reasons that I chose this particular phrase was because in politics today, it's tough to find people who are both community-oriented, joined politics, and are humble about doing it. Why did you come into political life after being a lawyer with a successful career, knowing how complicated and difficult politics are, especially modern politics? Why did you choose this career?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me here. It's an absolute pleasure, and I've heard great things about you and your entire team and everyone here. So it's an absolute pleasure for me as a member of the provincial government and as a minister to be able to come here and speak to you. And I think that's the beauty of this, not only this country, but all of our communities. And when I look at politics, I really felt that we needed some new energy at Queen's Park, because the way everything was working before I got into politics, I really felt, from especially in my community in Brampton South, a very diverse community in Brampton, that the needs, of the community were not being heard at Queen's Park. And I think you always need to be connected to the grassroots, and you need to be connected to the people that have voted you in, the people that have or speak to you on issues, and then be able to effectively communicate those issues as a representative in the legislature. We speak, if we look at the context of the province, whether it's healthcare, whether it's the economy, those were two significant issues that we spoke of and we worked together on during the campaign. And then as we got into government, significant transformations to put better outcomes for the people of not only the city of Brampton that I represent, but the entire province. So it's been a very humbling experience, and I always say that I'm only there because of the people that have elected me, and
of course.
And in order to stay in that position, we must continue to listen to their needs and their concerns and act on those concerns. Otherwise, it would be short-lived. But I think I'm very confident that our government has done taking the right steps that we've been elected to do, and brought forward some meaningful change.
As the face of politics, of course, is changing. The faces in politics are changing. They're becoming much more diverse. You're a member, obviously, of an ethnic community that you said that you needed to represent at Queen's Park, so the voices, the voice of your community could be heard a lot more. How important do you think that representation by ethnicity and community is when it comes to politics and the particular voices that represent certain communities be heard right in Queen's Park or whatever House of Parliament it is?
Well, I think it's. I think what we need is an Ontario that reflects the population, and we are one of the most diverse populations in the entire world, probably as a subnational government in Ontario. I look at my role as one that can advocate from that view of a child that has come here to this country, was born in this country, but had immigrant parents. My parents immigrated to this country. I was born here, I was raised here, I went through I got my education through Canadian institutions. I worked in the within the system. And my story resonates with so many other immigrant families, I believe, whether it's those of Portuguese heritage, whether it's those of Italian heritage. And I think there are significant different ways in which, as growing up in an immigrant family, we see things differently. We experience things differently. We have different experiences, lived experiences. And whether it's my community or your community, I think it's necessary that we all have representation, but we also speak for every community that we represent. As a representative in I speak for not only my community, I speak for the large Portuguese community in Brampton. I speak for, whether it's the Black community in Brampton. We all have, our unique issues, but we can also see those unique issues through different lenses. And being able to, have that context when you're at, whether it's a cabinet table, whether it's within a parliament making decisions. You look at immigration, provincial immigration policies. We don't have a large say in immigration in general, but we do have a say in immigration provincial policies. We've done significant work with communities to address the gap of skilled laborers. This is a province that desperately needs immigrants, skilled labor, and we can work together. We know, how we could use immigration as an economic tool to support growth right here in our province.